Head out about 10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Washington Commanders. The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And off we go in our nation's capital. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Already know I got some go. Money calling, gotta go. You gotta go if you can.
70 Lions, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. For this, the second meeting of these two teams, you might recall they met back in Week 5, and it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one.
Hawk 70, trap 60, trap 60.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Tracy going to get it on first down. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Well, this defense for the Commanders, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all we're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now it's Tracy. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
He'll start on the ground here on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Sets up fourth down.
Washington going to send out their punter.
As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
You talk about this Washington defense.
They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
operating from the gun, Phillips. And he is caught. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well. Exactly.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Giants lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive because they're throwing to start the drive here? But it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. 70 Timberwolves.
Back to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
First down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this one complete to Smith. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
You talk about this Giant defense. They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. No, no.
Up the middle they go. Milton, excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
They'll keep it on the ground. Milton. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Pat the 60, pat the 60.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
And the Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Tracy trying the right side. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete. It's Neighbors. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field. So he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10.
At the Commanders' 33-yard line.
Back to throw. Phillips. That one taken in by Neighbors. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Slot man moves right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he will score. Touchdown. Giants. Malik Neighbors, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Giants have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse it. This is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Back to throw now, first down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Milton. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Ready?
On 3rd down, Milton. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance, but in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Go! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now a first carry here for the running back. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. That'll give them 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolf. 70 Timberwolf.
On 3rd down, Milton. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go, Shaq. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
They'll set up a throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Cole Kmet, 29 yards. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. And this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Right back to Tracy. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word, but if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop, because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. They'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll hand it to Tracy. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
Operating from the gun, Phillips. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Theo Johnson, a 16-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. that last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Viking 18.
Now a handoff up the middle. Milton. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
He's brought down at the
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Tracking 60. Bronco 80.
They're going to look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
at the 32-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
19, Tiger, 19, go!
Back to throw again. Through the middle, and it's caught by Johnston. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets wiped out on that one.
On the set. Go! Check. Hey, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Steady.
He'll try to run this one in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Panther 60, Panther 60. Rick, Bronco switch, Bronco switch. Check go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
And he is going to be out of bounds here, short of the line to gain, so that will be a turnover on downs.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Now he's free up the left sideline. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way up near midfield. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Second Pirates. Here we go.
Smith going to move him around. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On first down, he'll drop to throw. A throw right side caught by Neighbors. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Commander 7.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down. A big play there for the Giants. 66 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
First down, Giants.
On the give, it's Tracy.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Tracy.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Here we go, shot.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll drop the throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Here's Tracy.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Commanders' 20-yard line.
Looking to throw. Phillips. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. Phillips.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Intercepted.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. And he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 67 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendencies. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 3rd quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
That's good for a Washington 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Lamb McConkey, 58 yards. And the Commanders get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game.
Commanders 14.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd and 6. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
That is caught. And they'll get this route past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. Phillips. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun. Phillips. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Giants are an extra point away from going up by 30. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Come on, set. Rocco 80. Go.
Looking to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Here we go.
Back to throw here. He gets it to Johnston. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
Commanders, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 43, here's 2nd down and a yard.
Shut up. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Up the middle they go. Milton. And he is swallowed up right now at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
70. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Check go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Complete to Johnston here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Another Washington first down. First and 10 at the 18.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now a handoff up the middle. Newton.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 72 yards rushing for him now to this point.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
He'll drop to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back to Mixon on second down.
Breaks through the contact. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Giants on third down. They've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Operating from the gun. Phillips. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Aiden Hutchinson drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll set up a throw.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
But this game well in hand. Perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And he's got it.
And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did.
Short of the goal line. No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
18 Cardinal.
2nd and 1. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sign of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
So the moment is finally at hand. What a season, CD. His 29th rushing touchdown of the year. No one in the history of the NFL has had more in a single season. And congratulations to him. What an achievement.
We certainly had the feeling early in the year, maybe week 2 or 3, where we talked to each other and thought this could really turn into something. But I don't know if either of us thought we'd get to this point. Maybe the best season ever by a running back in NFL history.
And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he can even make it to the 15.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Back to 60. Back to 60.
They try to eat some clock and mix it. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Let's go now. 60 by 6. 60 by 6.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into?